Welcome to the Over 40 Alpha Podcast with your host, Funk Roberts.
We are live, and welcome to the Over 40 Alpha Podcast. This is episode number 151, and I'm your host, Funk Roberts, former professional athlete turned master metabolic trainer, certified hormone and testosterone expert, and health and fitness guru for men in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and beyond. And I'm your host, and this podcast is dedicated to you. You men over 40, where here we talk about ways to naturally increase your testosterone and balance your hormones. We talk about mindset strategies, training and workouts. We dive into nutrition, recovery, both mental and physical. We talk about sleep, supplementation, and health issues. And on today's episode, I'm excited to pull it back and talk about mindset. Pretty much the number one pillar that you need to get right if you want to do anything in life, right? The mind is where everything happens. And so today I'm excited because we have Eddie Estell on the podcast. He is from the Mental Mechanics Institute. And man, you guys are going to hopefully love this episode. Eddie and I chopped it up. We talked a lot. We are so aligned. It's not even funny. It's just we say it in different ways. But Eddie's a coach. He created the mindset, the Mental Mechanics Institute in 2019. It's as a way to help people, mostly men, with mindset and performance, right? Mindset and performance, not just mindset and performance like as an athlete, but performance just every day. You're going to love this. Eddie Estell gets my 100%. Man, if you guys aren't getting into his coaching program, if you're not getting the results you're looking for in life, and you just need that person to help guide you through, you want to go to mentalmechanicsinstitute.com. That's all one word, mental mechanics, like a mechanic, mentalmechanicsinstitute.com. He's a mindset performance coach. It's his coaching program. And I'm telling you right now, in 12 weeks, you're going to be a different person. You're definitely going to be a different person if you lean into this. But first, let's dive into this episode. I got nothing for you. Just go to mentalmechanicsinstitute.com. There's not a lot of times where I'm telling you to literally go to this program. I'm not getting any kickback from this either. We haven't set up any affiliate link or anything, not that I'm aware of. I'm giving you the goods. Mental Mechanics Institute. Why do I want this? Because I want you who's listening here, the man in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, to live your best life. Yes, we struggle sometimes. Yes, we fall. And sometimes we don't have someone who can pick us up and guide us in the way we need to, allow us to get rid of things that we need to, allow us to really stay focused on what we need to, and, help us to prepare and be adaptable and patience. So I keep saying those things: prepare, adaptability, patience, and focus, because those are the key elements of life and his program. So without further ado, here's Eddie Estell. Enjoy the podcast. Welcome everyone to this podcast. I'm really excited today because, listen, one of the main pillars in the Over 40 Alpha program, in fact, in life in general, right? We've got all the pillars. We've got workouts, nutrition, mental recovery, physical recovery, sleep, supplementation. But the number one thing that's going to ensure that you get your results, that you, stay resilient, is mindset. And today I'm really, really excited. I had Eddie Estell, who runs the Mental Mechanics Institute, reached out to me, and it's just like he's a mindset performance coach. And for me, it was like a no-brainer, because one of the biggest struggles that most men have as we get older is, staying on point, reaching our results, and, just being able to stay consistent with everything, which is what we have to do to get results. So today I'm excited to have Eddie Estell come in and share his knowledge, his experience, and help you guys get your mind right. All right. So Eddie, how you doing, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I appreciate you for having me on and allowing me to, share my perspective with your guests.
Sure. Absolutely. So let's start with, what was the origin story? Kind of where, who is Eddie Estell, but what drove you to create the Mental Mechanics Institute?
Okay. So I have a background in sales. I've been selling. My first job, I had a job at a concession stand at a place called Welcome Stadium. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I live across the street I grew up across the street from a university, and our stadium was next door to my house. And one day a gentleman came over, asked if anybody wanted to work. I said yes. So at 10 years old, I had a job at a concession stand, learning how to communicate with people. So learning how to take orders, learning how to upsell, you know what I mean? Like different forms of communication, paying attention to human behavior was something that I learned at a young age. So being in sales at a very young age, I was lucky and able to get into management at a very young age. So getting into management, now you're learning how to influence people for optimal performance. Spent a lot of time doing that. And I think I got to a certain point, 35, 36-ish, because I'm 41. I'll be 42 September 30th. And I think right around that 35, 36 age, my son was turning 12 or 13. So as a teenager, I'm noticing that I have to change the way I manage him. It's not him, changing to my coaching style. It's me adapting to his evolution, because we all know teenagers and there's somebody different every week. When I started really paying attention to the way I parented my son, I noticed that my management style started to accelerate. Like now I'm getting different type of performance out of my people because I was a sales manager and a trainer. I've been a sales trainer since 2012. I've been a sales manager since 2002, 2003. And I've been a mindset and performance coach for the past 3 years. But I've noticed right around that 35, 36, I started to see the world different. And I realized that I had more control over how I perceived other people's behavior than I really did. I realized that for the past 35, 36 years, I had this foundational philosophy that I wasn't willing to change. I wasn't changing it based on the person that I had in front of me. So I noticed like, okay, it's me. This is a me thing. I'm learning if I learn how to speak their language, I can communicate my philosophy the way they need to hear it. And I had a thought, and I came up with the Mental Mechanics Institute because that's what I noticed I was doing. When I would be in my group sessions or my one-on-one sessions with my I don't want to call them employees, but that's what they were, with my sales teams, I would notice that the one quality that I had that other managers didn't was I knew how to speak to the higher self of my salespeople, and I would have a much more a better effect, pretty much, because I'm not teaching them how to be better salespeople. I'm teaching them how to be better thinkers. I'm teaching them how to coach themselves. So 2019, I came up with the Mental Mechanics Institute. At that point, it was this sales training, sales consultant. My title or my moniker was the sales psychologist. Then I came out with that in 2019. Luckily, COVID came right after that. I was able to do some really small consultant deals. This January, I was rolling with it, and I got laid off. I was a sales enablement manager for a property management company, and it was going awesome. And I got laid off, and I was excited about it because I knew I'd be able to put 2 feet in the Mental Mechanics Institute. But now I would be able to rebrand everything the way I wanted it. So I came up with a list of products that, in regards to me working with a person one-on-one, how would I do it? How would I label each product? What is it that I do that I can give to the people in a way that that's palatable and is helpful and is worth the price? So I rebranded everything. I came up with different names for the sessions, and I went forward with the one-on-one self-guided coaching instead of the sales consultant, and I've been rolling ever since.
That's amazing. So, one of the things you talked about a few things there that really hit me. Like, I think a lot of times as we get older, we don't realize how many skills we have built throughout our lives. Because I'm 55, right? So I was in sales, I was in management, I was in all of these things. And we're always thinking about where we are today, but we don't realize, wait a minute, I know how to communicate with people because I used to be a door-to-door salesman. Oh, wait a minute, I know how to, influence or manage people because I was a manager and I had this person, you can't talk to that person the same way as this person, you can't talk to that person the same way as this person. Everyone's different. And I was also a professional athlete, so I played on teams where I'd have to okay, this guy, is not performing. I got to speak to him a little bit differently too, because his his things that drive him are different from things that drive me. Like, I just want to win, so I don't care. But it could be, for that guy, it could be just to look better, you know.
Right.
It's really weird. But so when we have all of these things that we've accumulated and kind of sit back and think about it, that can help us in our overall life, right? Like, that can help us, because a lot of times we don't tap into that. We just figure where we are today in our 50s, 60s, 70s, but we don't realize that we have a lot of stuff that we've accumulated. You know what I mean?
Correct. I agree 1,000%. And that's why I call it the Mental Mechanic Institute, because this is an institution. This is an institution. So when I thought about, when I first framed everything, I thought about, and I'm being honest, who do I want to be when I'm 50? So the Mental Mechanics Institute, that's my 50-year-old brainchild. So from that point of view, who am I, where am I going, and how do I want to do it? And that's how I push forward. That's how I'm able to come up with strategic coaching plans and able to walk people through how to become the best version of themselves, because I'm walking that same walk. The Eddie that you see in front of you, man, I don't know shit, because I'm tapped into my desires, my wants, and my needs for today. But the 50-year-old Eddie Estell, he's got the car I want, he's got the house I want, he's got the company I want, you know, he's got the wife that I got, well, the wife I got now, you know, my kids are in the right place, he got the horse that I want, he has everything that I want. So what am I listening to me for when I got him? And what I realize is most people don't know exactly who they want to be. And I'll take it a step further and say most people don't know specifically who they want to be. They have a general idea, but they ain't ironed out the details. So they can be moving forward, but they have no idea where they're going. If they landed on the exact spot that they wanted to go, they wouldn't know, because they haven't ironed out what it looks like.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Oh, 100%. But here's the thing. We don't have a playbook for that, right? We weren't given a playbook in life to teach us exactly what you said, because I agree with you. You know, people, you remember back when you used to get interviewed, they'd always ask you, where do you want to be in 5 years? Right. I'd be like, man, I don't know. Like, COVID happened. Do you think I know what I would have been doing through COVID? Like, don't ask me that question. But that is an important question. If from what you're saying, like, at least knowing, you know, kind of like where you want to get to, what you want in the future, 5, 10, whatever years it is, will allow you to kind of start that process, right? Like, okay, what do I have to do in order to find these things? And again, we don't have that book. So how do we get to that point? Or how do we
get to it?
Yeah.
I'm with you. So the reason why I created the company is not so that I can tell you who you want to be. It's so that once we find out, I'm helping you with the gray area, because there could be 12 steps to the highest performing Funk Roberts, but it could be 12 steps to 12 steps. Every step could have 12 steps. And where we get lost is in the in-between. Like you said, there is no playbook. Sometimes you just need somebody to say, hey, you doing it the right way, bro.
You're right.
You're good. Like, keep going. You know what I mean?
You know,
sometimes when you scale out who you want to be for that 5 years, you knowing that gives you the discernment to know what's not for you now. Because you know who you want to be in 5 years, so you know that this thing that's in front of you now is not going to lead you there. So you can say, nah, I'm good.
Right.
You know who you want to be in 5 years specifically. It can help you make micro processes that help you get there, so you can at least put yourself on a small pattern to keep inching forward day by day. Because a lot of people just look at the finish line and they're not understanding, if you want to run this 100 meters, it starts off with the first 10. You might spend 5 years working on your first 10 meters because you don't know how to keep your head down. You know what I'm saying? So you picking up too much wind too fast because you keep rising up at 30 instead of 40. And it's like those small details take so much time to iron out. And we think our end result is supposed to come when we want it to come. When in actuality, it's either God or the universe that's giving it to you when you deserve it or when you're supposed to get it. Only thing you need to do is be prepared. So we so focused on the end result that now we're not even prepared to receive it.
Oh,
So
man.
that's what I'm doing. I'm helping condition the mind for 4 things: preparation, right? Adaptability, focus, and patience.
Wow. So do that again. What are those 4 again? Preparation, adaptability.
Preparation, adaptability, focus, patience.
Okay, so let's dive into those, because this is the foundation of, and I'm gonna kind of move this over to health and fitness, because
I got you.
the over 40, but again, it's still self-development as well.
Correct.
But in my program, so let's say in the program, it's the very first big hurdle, or the very first big thing, is the 1 year to alpha. It's a 1 year program, right? So every 3 months they get milestones, and then after 1 year they may go to the second year, and then they may go to the third year. Now, in that first year, when people first join, of course, just like you said, they need results right away, but they've tried everything else. But when they start this program and they start getting a little bit of results, like, that first 28 days, they're going to get results in 28 days. Like, oh, okay. And then all of a sudden, where are the results? And every single person who's gone through, we call them alpha OGs. Those are the guys who've gone to the 12 phases, who've done 1 year in the program. They always say, hey man, it's a sprint, not a marathon. I mean, sorry, it's a marathon, not a sprint. You have to trust the process, because questions start coming up. Hey, how come I lost a lot of weight in the first month? How come I'm not losing weight this month? How come when I eat this is happening? How come I'm not losing weight fast enough? Like, all of these questions start coming up, and everyone has that same answer, but it starts in the preparation, right? Like, what is the key to the preparation phase of this kind of like journey?
All right. So this is my personal philosophy, but pen to paper. Okay. This is my thought process. Is it okay if I use some colorful language?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
We forget too much shit because we don't write nothing down. So we got 1,000 ideas in our head, and we trying to accomplish all of them at one time, and nothing gets prioritized. So if you really want to be prepared, you need to put things down on paper, and you need to prioritize it. So if you want to get your body right, 40, 50, 60-year-old male, where are you starting? What's the most important body part to you that you want to focus on? Because that's telling you whether you need to be hitting it twice a week, once a week. What other body parts are connected to this? This body part, like, where's your focus at? Are you looking for more stamina? Are you looking for athletic build? Are you looking to bulk up? Like, what is the goal that we're even preparing for? Because a lot of people just want results, but they don't know what they want those end results. How is that result helping you in any part of your life? Like, I'm pretty sure as a trainer, you've seen people that accomplish a goal, and you're wondering, like, why they not as happy as they was when they first started, and even when they get it, because it's not attached to anything tangible. You know what I mean? So that preparation, we need to be putting this on paper, because we need to organize it. We need to understand, okay, where are we going? What are we doing? How are we going to get there? When you want to get there? And that makes it real, because now when you're in months 3, 4, 5, and 6, where you may be a little bit stagnant and seeing less results than you did in your first 90 days, you understand, because you put it on paper and you prepare for this moment. You prepare for the times where you're not seeing the same results you saw in the first 3 months. You already were told that, you got it on paper, and you memorized it. Now here's where the memory kicks in at. All right. From a mindset perspective, and I'll just say from a brain perspective, there's 3 parts of your brain, right? There's the amygdala in the back, which is tapped into your, they call it your serpentine, your snake mind. This is your survival, fight or flight, right? There's your hippocampus, which is right here, which is where your memory is. And then there's your frontal lobe, which is responsible for your conscious thinking, right? Your conscious thoughts. And what happens is we operate from our fight or flight mode so often because we don't have access to the memories we have, because we haven't made them conscious thought. So by writing things down, you keep it at the front of your mind. So imagine this. Imagine going into a library looking for a book where nothing is labeled. You don't know if it was fiction, nonfiction, historical, novels. You don't know where anything is. So once you put something on paper, right, you're officially labeling it. So when you put it in your library, your frontal lobe can reach back there and it knows exactly what shelf to go to pull that memory to the front. It knows it. So that's how powerful writing is. Because once you write something down, you can memorize it. Here's how you memorize it. I tell everybody, look, say out loud what you write down. Because there's 3 ways to learn it, right? There's audio, there's visual, there's kinesthetic. Right? Audio is the act of hearing it. Visual is seeing it. Kinesthetic is the act of doing it. So if I heard what I wrote, if I seen what I wrote, and I actually wrote it, I got 3 ways that I can pull back a memory.
Yeah.
So that's why writing is so powerful in regards to preparation. Like, I know, have y'all seen, we've seen documentaries, Michael Jackson, a lot of these high level entertainers, they all write. The best entertainers write. The best businessmen write things down. So that's where that's how we start preparing. Like, take the blueprint from the people that's done things on a very high level. They were all writers. They wrote down their goals and they prioritized them. So the first step that I'm telling you for your 40, 50, 60-year-old viewers, get in the habit of writing. Because when you write it and you know it, you know what happens? You start to feel the judgment from yourself. We all had a time when we were on a diet or on a nutrition plan. We won't call it a diet. We were on a nutrition plan, and we were in the line at that fast food place, and we ordered that small fry, knowing we weren't supposed to be eating that shit. And you, for the love of you would not look in the rearview mirror at yourself, cause you've seen you ordering that bullshit. And you didn't want to look yourself in the eye. And that's what writing does. It helps you hold yourself accountable to the things that you wrote down and put into the universe that you wanted to do. So it's an accountability factor on top of a memory thing.
Well, you said a few things there that resonated 100%. I love it. So let me just ask you a question about the why, because we can write everything down, right? And have this and memorize it and have it there and memorize it. But when you're in that line and you've written everything down, because here's the thing, when you write things down, I feel like, okay, I'm writing it down. I do that all the time. In fact, that's like, I tell these guys, when you put it on paper, it brings it to the light. And in the darkness here, it's not real. This is where it comes out. This is where it becomes real. In here, it doesn't. There's so many things in here that it just gets clouded. You have to write it down. Agreed. But when I'm in the line, right? I'm in the line and I know I'm on my nutrition plan, and then I'm at KFC. I used to have a KFC addiction. I tell my brothers about that many years ago, my wife and I, and I know, but I wrote it down. So I'm like, but you know what? I wrote it down, so I'm okay, right? I'll deal with that later, and I order it. What about the why? What about having a strong why? How about connecting that to a strong why, so that it's not about me necessarily? It's about me being a better dad. It's about me being, not feeling like crap when my wife looks at me and she sees me eating a bucket of KFC on the couch. Maybe it's my parents have, diet or, blood pressure or whatever that runs in the family. Like, right. Maybe I want to run around with my kids. Where does that come in, or does that come in?
That's something else that you should be putting on paper, because that's the reason why you're writing it down.
Okay.
Because the paper is connecting the why to the plan. That's what you're doing. When I'm writing, you shouldn't be writing down just what you want to do. You should be writing down why you want to do it. It's the 5 W's, right? The what, when, why, where, how. Like, your preparation should include all of those. You shouldn't be leaving anything out. And that's why we put things on paper, because it's the specifics, the details. When you write down the details, it matters. Because trust me, one thing that we don't look for is we don't look for perfection. Because when everybody got two beasts in them. You got your future self, which is formulating pretty much how you operate. A lot of our behavior is based on our past experiences, right? And then you got your future self, which is the goals that you're trying to reach, which is why you're reformulating those bad habits in the first place. But you got to feed both of them. So to be honest, it's been times I've been in the line, that fast food line, and I need this bullshit food. Because I needed to punish myself. I need to eat this piece of chicken that tastes so good so I could keep going with my nutrition plan. Because I know I wasn't supposed to eat it. I just needed to taste it, and then boom. I just needed to taste it. Like, oh my God, this tastes so good. Because now I know what my hard work is going for the rest of the week.
Sure.
I got to get away from that. I can't. I tasted it. Okay, now I'm going to punish myself. Now I'm going to go harder in the gym this week because I had a piece of chicken today, and I gotta make sure that Big Eddie knows I'm working this off. Sorry, Big Eddie. I got you, bro. I'm going to work this off.
That's why we have guilt-free meals. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality of it. There is no perfect me or perfect you. So there going to be times in the line you get out of line. It's going to be times you stay in, but you're going to be willing to pay the cost that it costs to be in that line.
I hear you, brother. Amen on that, brother. Amen on that. Okay, let's go to the setup. Now we got the prep. Now we got everything on paper. And again, if you're listening to this right now, this is not just about health and fitness. This is life in general. This is if let's say you just retired, you still have to look at where you want to be in 5-10 years after your retirement. Let's say that you just lost your job, or you've been, you're near the end of your work, you're 55, 60, what have you. You got to plan this, but you got to write it on paper. So we got the prep. We know the why. We know the plan, whether it's giving the plan, but still, it's so funny. You said something, Eddie. I look at the guys in my program who are the most successful, the ones who have gone through 3 years. We have like the alpha OGs. We got the alpha savages, which are people who've gone through 24 phases and they have testosterone levels that are 600 nanograms up and their body fat percentage down. So they're living the program, not just doing the workouts, they're living the program. They get the coin, they're the savages. And then we've got our supreme king, Craig. He's our supreme king. Big up Craig Morfitt. Shout out Craig. Yeah. So those guys, like if I look at all of those guys, like they're the ones that are taking like the accountability photo, crossing out the day on the schedule that they printed out, like they're the ones that are doing all of it's not even extra, but it is. And they're consistent. They're the ones shooting videos. They're posting their accountability every week. So they write down the accountability because they see Funk writing it down. They write down that accountability that plans the week. Like those are the ones that are the most successful. If I just look down, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. What behaviors have all you guys done that are the same? Oh, your accountability, you're posting all the time, you're shooting the videos, you're crossing out whatever. It's incredible how that preparation is key. You know what I mean? Like that's what it is. It's right there. Just do what they're doing. But what's the setup portion of this now?
All right. So when you say setup, what do you mean?
Wait, sorry, prep, setup, focus.
Okay, I got you. I know what you mean.
Sorry, what's the second?
It's adaptability.
Oh,
here it is. Now this is the 1B, right? So out of those 4 steps, I'm the reason why I sent you the email because I seen you hinge on principles. So this is going to be in my book that's coming out. This is the 4 principles that I live by, and the 1B to these principles is adaptability. Adaptability. Here's how important adaptability is. You ever heard Bruce Lee say, be like water?
100%.
Okay, water is undefeated. There is no way you can beat water. You pull it in a bowl, it'll conform to the bowl. You pull it in some glass, it'll conform to whatever form you need it to be in. If it sees a crack, it will squeeze right through that bit. It won't even If it freezes, it'll freeze and it'll stay right there. If you piss water off, it'll evaporate and rain down on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can do to defeat water. So in regards to us, become adaptable. I know you have this end goal in mind, but what you don't know is exactly what it looks like and exactly when it's going to come. So what I tell my clients is, look, we're preparing, but we don't exactly know what we're preparing for, ma'am. So what I need you to do is I need you to make this request to God. I need you to put in the work. I need you to prepare. And then I need you to get the fuck out the way.
Mm.
Because you don't know when this world is going to show up for you, and you don't know what the world looks like. We've heard fairy tales and stories and fables about what this world is. We have no idea what we really exist in. This plane of existence is really foreign to us. We only know what we've been shown.
Mm-hmm.
So we have absolutely no control over anything. So if you know that, then we need to prepare for everything and be ready for anything. One of my favorite quotes is The Art of War. It said, the art of war teaches us never to rely on the likelihood of our enemy not coming, but rather on our own readiness to receive him.
Mm.
I'm ready for whatever. I am a warrior in a garden. Let's go.
Love it.
It's coming. So that's where the adaptability comes at. People try to control too much. They want to control how much weight they lose, when they lose it, why they lost it, what body part loses the most weight first. Like, yeah, I want to keep my shoulders. Like, what? You thought you was going to lose 20 pounds and you was going to keep your shoulder? Like, what are you even that was not even possible. Like, so, like, adaptability is really about tapering your client's expectations so they can take things as they come. This mind, man, this is a fragile piece of technology right here, man. And people don't understand. It's a reason why Apple updates your iOS every 90 days. It knows that the world is constantly changing. And whoever's listening, you have a habit of staying the same.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to constantly update your iOS. The only way you can do that is by remaining adaptable. Update your operating system. This piece of technology needs to be updated frequently. And you can't be putting your mind in a box about what you want to do, how you're going to do it, when you're going to do it, because the world don't give a fuck. It's going to give you what it want to give you when it want to give it to you, how it want to give it to you. You just got to be able to receive it and extract from it what you need to extract from it. And if you are not adaptable, you're going to be looking through this world through these lenses that you've created that don't really allow you to see all the spectrums of light that's out here.
Wow. Okay. So, again, mic drop. Beautiful. Let's talk about adaptability in the case of, again, the health and fitness world. I say this all the time. Like, we should learn right now in 2024, we should all be adaptable. We should all be prepared, but we should know that we have to also live life on life's terms, right? Because we don't know what's coming, right? Life is coming at us. So just because we've created this plan doesn't mean that, oh man, I created this plan, but oh, you know what? I didn't really see this coming. I got, I had unforeseen circumstance. I couldn't get the workout in, so I didn't get a workout in. Oh, you know what? Can you believe it? It happened again today, so I couldn't get that workout in. Oh, that's 3 days in a row. I haven't been able to work out. Hey man, adaptable. You have to plan. And if something comes up, you need to, what is my plan B on days when things come up? Oh, I got to work out in the morning, or tomorrow I definitely got to get this workout in no matter how tired I feel, because I got to stay on point. So that's number one, is the ability to be adaptable, life on life's terms. But I started this by saying this is 2024. Every single person on this planet should already have learned from COVID that we don't control anything. If I would have said to you in 2018, in fact, in 2019, we had April 12th, before the shutdown, we had our tickets to Thailand. April 12th to Thailand. We're going to Thailand for a month. We just got back from New Zealand. So we're coming back from New Zealand and we're hearing all these shutdowns. And my wife and I are like, man, they're not going to listen. Germany, they ain't shutting down, man. We're going to fly through Germany because we're going to fly to Japan, whatever. So it wasn't even conceivable that the world would shut down to us. We were going to Thailand no matter what. Lo and behold, everything shut down. The world shut down, and it shut down for a long time.
Sure
Things
did.
that we were able to have access to shut down. Like, if that wasn't the biggest
Wake up call.
lesson and wake up call for all of us to understand and prepare, then I don't even know where to go with this, because that is like, and I keep telling my wife, hey man, this can happen again. I tell everybody in the brotherhood, I say, you better be building your home gym, just buying dumbbells, slowly stocking up your arsenal, because, hey man, this can happen again. Believe me, because you guys aren't learning. So they're just like, oh, they didn't learn? Okay. Boop. New whatever it is coming. Let's shut everything down again because it worked last time.
Yep.
People got, I'm going on a whole tangent here. Sorry.
Nah, you good. You good. You rolling.
People got disconnected. Families got disconnected. Best friends got disconnected. People who were working 30 years at a company, they were the best employee at this company. And if they didn't get whatever they were supposed to get, they're gone. Can't help you, man. And it's like, wow, I did all of this for you guys for 30 years, and this is how you're going to treat me?
Yep.
So the lessons that we can learn from being prepared, being adaptable, right? And being prepared, being adaptable, man, it's the adaptability is so important. It's so important as we get older,
Yeah. If I could tell that your brotherhood OGs one thing, this is the gym.
The brain.
This is the gym. This is the gym. If you can't get to the gym, and today was chest day, we need 400 push-ups.
That's right.
You can do those with your shirt off. Nobody's there watching you. Nobody's judging you. You can do them as slow as you want, as fast as you want. If today was leg day, man, we need some air squats. Give me some pauses at 90 degrees. You don't even need this super technological equipment to get to reach these goals, man, because you got a body. You have a body, in a mind. So you are the gym. So there's no excuses. And that's what the preparation is for. Because like you said, I'm preparing to be adaptable. If I can't make it to the gym, right? OG, Funk, what can I do at home if I can't make it to the gym to still get my exercise in? So now we got contingency plans on not making it to the gym, because there's absolutely no reason that at the end of this 12 months, we're not going to reach this goal, because our schedule was busy, because we had to travel for work.
Because every single phase in the first 12 months has body weight workouts because of COVID. I had to go back and also do a body weight version. So there is no excuse. But again, we're not going to pound on this whole thing. This is more of a learning thing, but sometimes you need to hear it, man. You need to hear the truth. So we got preparation, adaptability. Next is,
all right. So this is the very next part. And there's a reason why the patience is not third, or not second, because there's a 1A and 1B with patience and adaptability, but it's a reason why focus is last, because I also believe that patience is something you have to prepare for. So patience is the number 2. Okay.
Three.
The 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience is you understanding the control. It's almost like a different form of adaptability, being patient. Right? Because we've already heard that you're going to have travel from work. Your time, even though you put down 7 o'clock, you might not be free till 8. There's going to be days where you go through a whole day. It's 10 p.m. and you ain't had time to work out yet. But you still need to get that workout in. So you need to have the patience of when I say patience is not waiting. Patience is understanding. Like, oh, it's 10 p.m. I ain't worked out all day. I need to do these push-ups right now. That's a form of patience, is understanding that I have to be adaptable.
Yeah.
Because control makes you want things to happen on your time frame and within your own will. Like, but patience is you just, it's another form of adaptability. It's you saying, okay, cool, let me just do whatever needs to be done. Adaptability is maybe the mental flexibility, but patience is the actual act of.
The action.
It's the
Yes.
act behind the adaptability. Like, oh man, I gotta stop. I can't even. There's no need for me to think about this right now. I don't need to even be. I don't need to watch the scale for the next for in August. Why am I watching the scale in August if I'm in month 2 and I haven't even got my habits down? I need to be a little bit patient with and understanding with myself. So let me lay off the scale watching until maybe October, and you being patient with yourself. Because I can put focus first, but you don't even know what you're focused on, or you're not focusing in the right way because you haven't sort of narrowed down the level of patience that you need to reach this goal.
Man.
So that's why I got patience at number 3, because patience, man, you got to learn that shit. Like, that's not an easy thing. When you're used, especially, let's use the word that you got here. When you were an alpha male,
Yeah.
and you were used to accomplishing shit when you want to accomplish it. I have the ability, as Eddie Estell, I go get what I want in the world whenever I want to. I go get it. I formulate a strategy, I prepare for it, and I go get it. But the older you get, you realize that strategy doesn't really work anymore when you have these huge goals. Then sometimes they you can't just go out and get it. You can prepare for it, you can be adaptable, and then you gotta wait. You gotta
Yeah.
wait on the right opportunity to come through. So patience is number 3, because man, before you focus, you need to know what level of focus, and that's judged by the level of patience that you're having. It's not gonna go the way you want it, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, and you need to be able to learn from your adaptability. So,
Oh
okay, I'm
man.
being adaptable. I'm working out at 10 p.m. now. What did I learn from this? I learned that okay, I can have a 12-hour day and still work out. I
Yeah.
cannot hit the gym for 2 months physically in the physical gym, but because I got patience, I understood that these body workouts can still get me to where I want to go. Like, damn, okay. That patience is okay. My wife is asking me to do something at the time I needed to work out, and I got to make a decision on which one I want to do first. This time I'm gonna do what she need me to do and push my workout back. But the next time I'm gonna say, "Hey, baby, I gotta prioritize this workout. You throwing me off track. Like, you need to take care of this yourself, or you gotta wait." And that level of patience that you having with your own cycle of not being able to manage time, because time management is a figment of your fucking imagination, viewers. You cannot manage time.
Bravo.
You ain't in control of that shit either. A meeting will get pushed back, and that 30 minutes will throw your whole shit out of balance.
Yeah.
So patience is about understanding the flow.
Right.
Okay, now I'm adaptable, but you can be adaptable and have the wrong attitude. So patience, now I'm glad you asked me this question, because patience is about adjusting your attitude to your level of adaptability and acting in a patient manner. Not
Love.
waiting. Waiting means that you're stopping your progress. That means you're putting your treadmill on pause. That's what waiting is. I'm going to wait until the right time to do this. Nah, being patient is I'm still moving forward with all the things I'm supposed to do, and I'm allow it to come when it's supposed to come. That's what patience is. I'm going to live my life normally and be prepared and be adaptable, and what I want will come. Waiting is stopping. Patience is keep on is to walk through this forest ready for whatever comes, if that makes sense.
It makes 100% sense. It makes an incredible amount of sense. Man, if you're listening to this right now, at the end of this, you better join the Mental Mechanics Institute, because
Yeah.
everything that you're teaching here, and how you're describing everything is like 100% the struggles that guys have. Like, you know what I mean? And not understanding this, But when you can teach them how to understand this, it's going to make everyone's lives much, much better. The reason why I love patience too is I did a challenge in July. Okay. It was called 31 for 31 push-up challenge. Okay. 31 push-ups every day for 31 days, along with your workouts, but just 30, you don't even have to do them in a row. You don't even have to do them at the same time. Just get 31 a day. You miss a day, you're out. Doesn't matter. If you miss one day, you're out. So everyone joined, we had about 150 people join. And, I have to lead because I'm the tribe leader. So I got to lead. I got a mirror. So I shoot, my 31, post it, day one. And then everyone starts doing the same thing. So I tell them, okay, this is not just about 31 push-ups in 31 days. What this is teaching you is in a month, there's going to be a ton of things that are going to happen to you. And every month's going to be the same layout in regards to, like, there's going to be uncontrollables, right? But you have to if you want to finish this challenge, you better get your 31 push-ups done. And not only that, you're going to videotape it. So most of these guys aren't video guys. So they got to put their phone up. They got to press record. They got to do the 31. They got to stop it. They got to write something in. They got to post it. So it's that whole ritual of, it's not just the push-ups, but they have to get it done. So the first 2 weeks, oh yeah, easy. Everyone's getting done. Everyone's excited, but it's like July's a long month. It's like 5 weeks in July. So it's that middle, day 15, 16, where it's just like, So I was at a barbecue, right? And it was like, I can't remember what day it was, but I was at a barbecue during this challenge. And one of the guys in my brotherhood was at that same barbecue. And we're talking throughout the barbecue. It's like, hey, you get your 31 done. I'm like, no, I actually have not got my 31 done yet. It's like, all right, well, you got to get it done. And then it was 11 p.m. And he's like, dude, you got to get your 31 push-ups done. And I'm like, you're totally right. So I went into the garage, this guy's dirty garage, put my phone up, got on the floor, 31 push-ups, posted it, got it done, came back out of his garage and went, done, and posted it. And that was exactly what you were saying. The patience. Listen, I knew, because he kept telling me, hey, it's 9 o'clock. Hey, it's 10 o'clock. Hey, it's 11 o'clock. I didn't have to think about it. I know, dude, I know. I'm getting it done. And then I just said, you know what? Let me just shut this guy up and get in there and do it. But the point is, like, even at that, I could have easily said, you know what? I'm going to tap out because I'm at a barbecue with a whole bunch of people. But that literally took not even 5 minutes to shoot it, do it, post it. No one even knew I was gone. This was that was when people saw, where were you just now? I could have just gone to the washroom. They wouldn't know. So the patience, right? The getting it done no matter what, but knowing that, yes, the 31 push-ups isn't going to, like, after 31 days, 31 push-ups, you're not going to be jacked and ripped. That's not the point. The point wasn't even about the push-ups. It was just the point of being consistent. Yes. Yep. No matter what, and to teach yourself, oh, wait a minute, I can do this, right? I just did 31 push-ups every single day. I had, my daughter had to go here. My father was sick. I had to do this. So-and-so did this. I had to go to a bar. Like, all of these things happen, but you still got it done.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yep.
And that's the patience. That's the act. Man, so huge. All right. We're going to finish up with focus now. This is the one. You got prep. We're adaptable now. So we prepped everything. Okay. We promised we're going to be adaptable. All right. I'm going to be patient, but where's focus come in?
Focus is the act of eliminating distractions.
Okay.
Because now you're deciphering what matters and what doesn't. What is in the way of this thing that I want? Right? So this is why focus is last, because now that you've built out these 3 platforms, now you can focus, because now you have the ability to eliminate distractions because you know what matters. So now I can say, hey, I'm not doing this shit no more because it's taking me too far off my path. I'm not doing this anymore because it takes me too far off my path. I'm I need to be doing this in the mornings, because when I do this in the mornings, it allows me to feel better at night, to where if I miss my workout, now I can do my 11 p.m. workout because I'm not as exhausted as I was, because I used to do this activity at 8. Now I do it as soon as I get home from work. So now I got more energy throughout the day to do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, focus is understanding. I'm a night workout person, so I work out after 5 p.m. Sometimes if I work out in the morning, it takes too much energy out of me, during the day. So I know that about myself. So focus is the level of understanding what's a distraction and what's not. Is this because I'm being honest. A lot of people, okay, I'm going to go somewhere different, Funk. Don't beat me up for this.
No,
Okay.
go.
There's this saying in America that says you can be anything you want to be. In my opinion, that's the dumbest shit ever, because you should only be what you're supposed to be. Being what you want to be will have you doing something that is totally out of alignment with your purpose in life. So when I say focus, focus is allowing you to combine 3 things: mind, body, and spirit, and be totally in alignment with yourself. Because there are some things that you are good at that's a total waste of fucking time. There are some habits that you enjoy that you need to drop, because this shit is a detriment to your mental health. There are some triggers, them traumas that you went through as a child, that people are responding to you in a negative way, but it's your fault because you're holding on to this perspective of the world that does not fucking exist. So focus is about internalizing this perspective you have of the world and seeing what's a distraction. Some distractions are external, and a lot of them are internal. It's you. It's you. Like, damn, it's me. Thinking that because I went through this, that people have to cater to me in this way because I'm damaged. No, bro, you damaged. I don't give a shit. I ain't on a diet. I'm going to KFC, bro. I'm gonna eat these chicken wings and wedges all in front of you. I don't give a shit about your diet. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is when your wife is like, hey, we need to eat. I'm not eating that. That's your goal. This is my prize for the day. I earned these chicken wings, sister. You're going to have to do your own. I'll go in another room. But this is what focus is. It's sticking to your game plan and not allowing these external and sometimes internal factors to distract you. So focus is the act of eliminating distractions.
Okay.
Eliminating distractives, because there's a lot of things in your life that you think you are supposed to be doing that's leading you to your demise. So focus is about being honest with yourself about the things that you engage in that's either taking you to or taking you away from.
Okay.
That's really all it's about, man. Focus is a really easy thing, and it's really like honing in. We got this broad perspective of the world. Nah, man, it's a reason why horses got them blinders on. It's a reason. We need to scale it all the way in and just focus on these things. These other little outside things, what people think. You're gonna get the most judgment when you in the middle of your hardest battle. Month 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody asking you, what you doing? What you working out? It's good to see you. You looking different. You getting too skinny. Getting too skinny? You mean normal? What the fuck? What the hell? What you mean? You missing a meal? Man, look, people's perspective of what you should be is so different than what it is in your mind. You are never going to understand that until you go through that, and then you start figuring out what people think and how people feel and what people's perspectives is, and then you realize, man, I don't give a fuck. I can't pay attention to these mofos because they don't know what the f they talking about. They don't know what they seeing. They don't even know what they doing. And you realizing that the people, and I don't want to say people, but the world does not have the level of discipline that you've gained.
Different
So
level people.
the world is a distraction.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's throwing you off. You've been on your diet, you've been on your nutrition plan, killing it. And then you see that commercial, Instagram, no. Somebody asked you about chicken, now you got chicken ads popping all up
100%.
on your Facebook and your
100%.
Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Telling you, hey, to Toronto Wing Fest,
Yeah.
August 28th. Like, man, I've been trying to.
You know
you,
exactly. Yeah.
you feel me? Like, the
Yeah.
algorithm is set up to distract you. Everything that you want and desire, the universe will repeatedly throw it at your feet. If you got diabetes, man, it's going to throw everything that's going to throw your whole diabetes off right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the grocery store, free sample. You know your blood sugar low. You ain't supposed to be eating that damn stuff. And you talking about, well, it's only a little bit. It's just a sample. Like, nah, the world is distracting you on purpose. So this focus that we talking about, when we prepare, we going to write down these distractions. So when it's time to focus, we know what a distraction look like. Hey, baby, you want to go out to eat on Friday? Yeah. I want to go to the what's the name spot. Nah, we can't go there. We can't go there, sis. I got a goal in mind. I want to take you there, and I know you want to go, but I need to go somewhere with a more minimal menu. And I'll take you there at the end of the month as a reward for you sticking with me through my changes. But we
Mm-hmm.
can't go there. And you got to be okay with saying no. No, 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 I can't do that. That's what focus is. Nah, I'm not doing that. Hey, I need you to come help me move. Nah, man, my Saturday is my rest day. That's the only day I got off. That's the only day I have to recharge. If I don't recharge on Saturday, it's going to throw my whole week off. Because I got workout Sunday through Thursday. And I got a flight that I got to catch. And I got meetings on Thursday. So I'm probably going to have 8 to 11 p.m. workouts all week. If I don't rest on Saturday, I'm not going to make it through. I need to focus. I can't help you move, bro. Here go $100 for some movers.
I love it. I
Because it
love
ain't
it.
going to be me. But that's what focus is, man. It's prioritizing yourself over all the things that you think takes priority over you. Because that's what we do as men. 40, 50, 60. We have become creatures of habit when it comes to providing for our village. When it comes to being protectors, when it comes to being leaders, we are used to putting ourselves last, and we suffer, and then we blame them because they're not prioritizing us. It's not their job to prioritize us. It's our job. So that's where the focus comes in, is saying, you know what? I got to do this for me, because if I don't do this for me, then I'm not going to be able to give them what they need at the level that they need it. So, mama, I'm prioritizing me, because if you want to go on that trip you want to go on next June, I need to be in tip-top shape when we get there, because this is helping me mentally, spiritually, and physically stay in a proper mindset. So I know you upset with me, but you need to understand that I'm the best me for the best you. You don't get what you get unless I get what I get, and it's got to be in that specific order. So bear with me, mama. I got you, though. And then you start teaching the people around you how to treat you, how to be adaptable, how to prepare, how to focus, how to be patient. I ain't on your time frame, ma'am. I got other stuff I'm doing that's super C. Then you start teaching the people around you, and then it becomes contagious.
Mm-hmm.
Now your whole household is buying into this ideology of preparation, focus, patience, understanding, adaptability, because they see that you're making it a priority. You're not letting what they want, need, and desire get in the way of your goals. And they start saying, man, if he doing that, I got to start doing that. So then your wife starts to do that. She starts to focus on her own health, her own spirituality, her own mental well-being. You say, hey, babe, you want to do this? She like, nah, I can't do that this week, baby. I got to do this. And you like, damn, okay, go on, girl. And you go do your thing. And you
Yeah.
needed to see that, because she watching you. They're watching us, y'all. Men, they are watching us. My son is getting ready to go to the Air Force. So he gets to watch me build my company. I bring him in and tell him what I'm doing. If I'm having struggle, hey, I'm struggling with this. Watch what I do to get up out of this. So he can see me working, battling, struggling. Hey, man, I only got one contract. I ain't got that much money. So you got a job, bro. You feeding yourself for the next month. I'm just feeding me and mama. You know, I'll have those conversations. Like, you about to be 19, man. You can fend for yourself for a little while. Like, I'm trying to grow a business. I'm trying to scale. So these are real conversations that I'm having because my life is so prioritized and so we're prepared and I'm ready to be so adaptable that the information that I'm giving out to the people that surround me is so specific. They can give me that same energy back. They can reciprocate the level of focus that I'm giving them because they see me doing it and they know that if they're not on that same level, then they won't stay in my sphere for long. Eventually, we gonna get out of whack because I'm on this and you on that. And you see it, I'm not gonna let you fuck my flow up.
Love it.
I don't need to say it, you can see it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what this is. It's about exhibiting the habits of excellence. Like you said, apple a day is not about keeping the doctor away. It's about the ritual of eating that apple a day. It's far more that the reason ain't to keep the doctor away. The reason is to be consistent enough to never need his ass in the first place.
100%.
So
100%.
that's focus.
Man, I'm so happy I had you on this freaking podcast. I knew that when you reached out to me, I'm like, I gotta have this. I just saw mental mechanics. I read like the first paragraph. I'm like, Eddie's coming on this podcast. The last part, I just want to quickly touch on the focus part because that's where the ball drops a lot of the times, right? Like Brenda comes in. I always say this. Brenda comes in Wednesdays with the muffins. Oh, at work. Oh, Funk, everyone, here's my muffins. You're like, no, Brenda, not today. Oh, no, just have one. Brenda, not today. But the consistent no for those muffins, it's not going to hurt Brenda. Sure, it may hurt Brenda's feelings for day 1 and 2, but then Brenda will understand. Oh, wait, Funk doesn't fuck with muffins. All right, yep. Funk, I bake something special for you, something that's along your lines, because you'll see people will adapt to your thing, because Brenda still wants to be in my sphere, but muffins, and that's not in my sphere. Like my mother-in-law used to cook me chocolate cake every birthday, but I told her I don't eat cookies, cake. I don't eat that stuff, so don't do it. The next year she did it. I didn't eat it. Right? I said, listen, I don't eat it. I don't. So what does she do? She bakes me something else. She gives me something else. She understands, right? When I go to a couple of buddies' houses, they have water specific. Oh, Funk, your water is over there because I'm not drinking alcohol. But it wasn't a smooth. It was like I just had to keep telling them, nah, man. Just water, man. Nah, man, just water. Nah, man, just water. I'm here for the social thing. I'm not here to get drunk. Just give me water. Yeah. And then the more you do that, people understand. Oh, no. We're going to, because I still want to be in Funk's sphere, right? That's the key. If they want to be in your sphere, they will adapt to you. They will understand. And, it will take some time. It will take, that period. You got to give them grace. You got to give them the grace period because I know this is going to be difficult for this person. I understand. But hey, man, I'm making a point. I'm not all about that at all. This is where I'm at. So if you're in, are you in or in the way? That's exactly what. Are you in?
I like that.
Yeah,
that's cool. I gotta write that down.
Music, yes, that's something we came up with like many years ago in the volleyball world when we used to go out like, hey man, are you in or in the way? Ex-girl wrote a song about it, but that's so powerful. You either in or in the way, and if you're in the way, get out, man, because this is what we're doing. Are you in or in the way? And a lot of people will kind of, oh, okay, but they want to be in. If they're seeing you do what you're doing, if they're seeing you prepare, adapt, be patient, focus, and reaching goals, little milestones along the way and changing along the way, man, like Carl, who you go drink every Tuesday with, Carl, I can't drink with you anymore, man. I can't do it, man. I don't drink anymore. It's not about the drinking. I actually let's go on a walk. Let's go for a walk. One of you and I go for, nah, man, I ain't going for a walk. I'm going to drink. It's like, okay, man, Carl's not part of the crew here. Carl's in the way. And, but when Carl wants to come back in, I'm good. You want to come back in and go for that walk? I'm good. I'm not going to shun anybody away, but this is where I'm focused on. And, man, guys, okay, one last thing, and then where do people find you? Because this is like, everyone who's listening to this right now, I know you've kind of heard me talk about these things in a different way, but I feel like the Mental Mechanics Institute is going to give you the tools to actually do it, like give you the actual tools that you will need, not just for health and fitness, guys, for provide, protect, procreate, but doing it on your way, right? Prioritizing yourself. We as men need to provide, protect, procreate for our kingdom, but we can't do that when we're suffering. We can't do that when we have health issues. We can't do that when we are still holding on to the crazy stuff that happened to us in the past, because our age, in our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, when there wasn't any social media and there wasn't a lot of cameras, a lot of shit happened to a lot of us men that we kept that down. And those things are now causing us to sabotage our decisions that we're making, sabotage what we're doing, how we feel about ourselves. Man, go talk to somebody and let go of that shit. Right? Like, it's good. It's cool now to go see a therapist, guys. It's cool. It's not, you're not weak. Right. You're actually strong. Right? So, so yeah, you need these tools, guys. So one last word, and then where do people find you, please?
All right. So, the last word, to paraphrase the focus part, if you guys are writing this down, for focus, I want you to put creating healthy boundaries for success.
Okay.
Because that's what that is. It's about creating boundaries for people to know how to interact with you while you're on this journey of change. So creating healthy boundaries for success is a good way to look at that when you're thinking about focus. The Mental Mechanic Institute, I'm on mentalmechanicinstitute.com.
Yeah.
So y'all can find that. I am the Eddie Estell Experience on YouTube. I post random videos, different perspectives, different thoughts. Y'all can go there. Some of it you may vibe with, some of you don't. The way I try to look at my YouTube, and it's interesting that we here now, because my next battle is I'm not consistent on YouTube. So my next video is going up on Saturday, and then I got somebody hold me accountable for a video a week. So y'all see the YouTube coming. But basically, this is the products that I offer. Okay. I have 6 sessions, 8 session, 12 session coaching program. Okay. That means that you have a small or a big goal in mind, and we're going to pretty much go through the steps together. Whether you want to do once a week, every other week, or once a month, however, whatever level it is, I got packages for your training. But most importantly, I work in conjunction with a therapist. Okay. A therapist deals in emotion. I deal in mindset. So a lot of times you'll go to a therapist and you'll learn how to deal with your emotions, but you don't have any actionable items to move forward. So I help you move through the mental aspect of overcoming, because there's an emotional thing, but now that I've dealt with emotions, what do I do next?
Yeah.
So I'm helping you do shit now that you've identified the way you feel about it. All right. So the first product that I came up with was the decompression chamber. All right. The decompression chamber is when you have something that you need to either vent or let go of. We get in this decompression chamber and we vibe out. It's you telling me how you feel, what you think you want to do. And then we do an actionable plan on next steps to keep you moving forward towards that. Right. That's the decompression chamber. Then there's the mindset mapping, which means that there can literally be nothing wrong, but you just a little bit disorganized in the mind, and you don't know where to go or where to start or what to do. So in this mindset mapping session, we're going to put some shit in order. We're going to put some stuff on paper. I'm going to make you put some stuff on paper, and I'm going to take notes and say, hey, I heard you say this. What do you got? Wow, well, man, I meant this. Okay, well, this is what I heard. Now I'm letting you know, okay, hey, look, I'm looking at this the same way you are, but from a different angle, and this is what I heard. So we're collaborating, and we're helping you, sort of prioritize things. And maybe you say, hey, this is a goal, right? Or this is a dream I have, but here's a goal, and here's a process that we can get to that goal, and here's a micro process for me to feel good about what I'm getting to, the goals that I'm accomplished. Because a lot of times, man, the process to get there can be arduous. Yeah. So you need some rewards along the way. And when we create these little micro processes, man, it helps you feel good about something. It could be once a week you taking yourself to a restaurant that you've never been to before, just to make yourself feel better. Mm-hmm. It's that cheat meal, right? It's whatever it is you need to make you feel better about it. But that's what mindset mapping is for. I also have an interview preparation, because it's a lot of people, man, that they really just need help interviewing. They have a hard time not only getting the job they want, but sort of storyboarding their resume in a way that resonates their skill level with their personality. So I help fuse the two.
Love it.
And those are the main products I have, which is not only the coaching, but the decompression chamber when you've had enough and you need to let go,
Yeah.
mindset mapping when you need to reorganize, interview prep, right? And then I do sales consulting. So if you got a sales firm and you're trying to get more production, or if you are a salesperson, you're green, and you're trying to get your shit together, hey man, like I'm all about role play. I'm all about scripting. Because I think that's what writing things down is you really scripting. Because the last thing you want to be doing is thinking about what you're going to say next. That's delaying your response. You got to sit and think about it. Man, you knew this shit was coming. Why you didn't get this together beforehand?
I love it.
Like,
I like the accountability, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. So the mental mechanics is set up. And the reason I set it up this way is so that it's not about me and my philosophy and my experiences and the things I've done. It's about you. I'm a mirror for you. I'm your Jiminy Cricket. I'm only showing you what you showing putting in this mirror. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Hey, this is you, bro. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you feel. Because this is what you said and this is what I heard. This is how the world is going to interpret it. Right? So do you want to keep it the same, or you want to make a mind, or you want to become adaptable?
Exactly, right?
What you want to do? Because the choice is yours. And I think once you give people that choice to either stay the same or change, then whatever the result is, they can be confident. Confident is not me telling you all the stuff that you can do and me holding your hand through it. Confidence is about you doing it with as little assistance from me as possible, so you know that you can do this shit when nobody's watching.
100%.
You feel me? Like you don't need no. I got with Eddie for 12 weeks, right, about this goal, but I don't need him again in regards to this topic. If I go to him again, it's for a totally different goal for a totally different reason. But in regards to this, man, he helped me understand that I've been in control this whole time, and only I can get in my own way. So the first thing I need to do is self-assess and get out my own way. That way I don't have to blame none of these people for me not getting what I want out of this life. And that's what the mental mechanics is. The mental mechanics is just that. It's an oil change on the mind. We cleaning out all that bullshit so you can understand, okay, if this engine is going to run for another 30,000 miles, I got to keep my gas tank filled. I got my snacks over here. I got some, tissues in my glove compartment because a lot of y'all be wiping boogers up under your driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know how they do, funk. They be, you know what I'm saying? You got your little wet vac in your trunk. You got your spare.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got a real jack in your trunk instead of that little dumbass thing the manufacturer gonna give you that barely help you. You know what I'm saying? Get your car up. Like you got everything you need for this trip that you're going on. You know what I'm saying? We going on a trip. Yeah, we going to Hawaii. You over here looking up map questions, Google map instructions. You can't drive to Hawaii, homeboy. We need to be booking flights. You feel me?
100%.
So that's what it is. Like, where are we going and what's my vehicle? The mental mechanics is helping you get there. So, man, my email is eddie@mentalmechanicsinstitute.com. Man, send me an email. We can set something up. Go on the website, mentalmechanicsinstitute.com. You can send an email from there. You can schedule a consultation for things. Anything you got, you can pay for it up front, and put it on my calendar, and we can communicate. Whatever y'all need, man, let's go. This is a paid service, but you're going to get some high quality level of production out of yourself because it's an investment in you. Because my product is not focusing on me and what I do, it's focused on you. There is no way that when you spend this money with me, you're not going to get back tenfold what you put in. So I'm ready to work for y'all. I'm ready to work for you all and show you that you can be the best version of yourself with yourself for yourself, by yourself, for everybody else.
Amazing, man. Thank you so much. Guys, like I said, go there right now, mentalmechanicinstitute.com, no matter what. If you don't even know what you want to do, Eddie will help you figure out what you want to do. Get in there right now. I'm telling you guys, this is like if you've heard me, you know the things I've said. You probably feel like you've been hearing this from my mouth in a different way. And we're both saying the exact same thing on how to be successful. Like, these are the steps you need to do. So let's do it. And now you're getting someone has no judgment of who you are, no connection. So he's an outside source, no judgment. So whatever you share, he's going to give you the mirror, and then he's going to give you the right path. So thank you so much, Eddie, for being on this podcast, my brother. And we'll talk to you again.